I think the economics profession bears a lot of responsibility for the economic crisis. I do feel we really messed up on this badly. It's just remarkable when you think about the number of economists out there in the world whose job it is to focus on global financial stability. There must be well over 20,000 people in the IMF, in the Bank for International Settlements, in the Financial Stability Forum, in university departments, in central banks, in finance ministries. This is a huge collective group of economists, and they're the elite. These people have PhDs from great universities. These are not the normal international civil servants sort of selected through nationality pools or anything else. This is an elite of the global civil service, and these people were blindsided. But I think we have to accept that the profession as a whole didn't see it coming, and the institutions which are dominated by these professions, like the IMF, like the World Bank that I worked with, certainly didn't see it coming. They talked about global imbalances, they talked about the fundamentals. So I think the institutional structure had major shortcomings, but so did the professional, so did the theory. And it partly informed the complacency. So if you read about what people said about the great moderation, that one could have these asset bubbles. If you read Greenspan, you read the Fed and the different institutions, they engendered complacency by saying that this could be managed, it could be unwound gradually. There was an absolute collective and institutional failure. And I think we really need to use this, as INET is doing, as an opportunity to think, wow, how did we get it so wrong, and how can we make sure that this doesn't happen again? I have my own particular take on this as well, which is I think globalization has fundamentally changed the world over the last 20 years. I think the level of integration and complexity is different. Technical change as well, particularly computers and the internet, has led to different things. And so you had this amazing thing when you have Paulson saying, well, he didn't know what was going on in Lehman, or the CEOs of banks saying they didn't understand what was going on, the New York Fed saying they didn't know what was going on in the kitchens that they were meant to be supervising. And you think, how did that happen? And I think it's about the systemic change. I think it's about the technologies and extent of integration not being appreciated. And so that the kids that were in the trading rooms were doing things that were legal, the regulators allowed them, but the collective impact was disastrous. And it's that sort of global financial commons that we didn't really understand.